Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures, and it's Monday, which means it's time for our weekly painting progress. So you'll notice that we've got another Hanzaki from Cobra Mode here done, and you'll notice that he seems quite shiny. He is, and you know why? Because I didn't bother paying attention to what sealer I grabbed today. And after I blasted everything out there, I noticed that it was a gloss sealer, which I'm scratching my head as to why I purchased, but they're all glossy tonight, nonetheless. So, my apologies, but I guess they'll just be extra durable. I'll get some matte sealer in the next week or so. But I like this guy. At first, I thought of painting them all up like the Ninja Turtles, but I thought that was a bit too cliche, so we just went ahead and painted him in black. But you'll notice that his gi has nothing on it at the moment. Let me know, what do you guys think? We need to put some kind of funky kanji on there. And if I don't already know it, at least my kids can help me figure it out. So give me your suggestions. He needs some kind of fancy kanji on the back. We're not putting kame. No. So we got that. Actually, we got a good mix. That was just about all of the printed stuff. I got only a couple of printed things this week. We got I don't even know what kind of dwarves they were called now. I know it's from Artisan Guild, and I tried to paint it up like an evil chaos abyssal dwarf type model, and I think it came out okay, other than the fact that he's super shiny at the moment, and his eyes and hair all blend together. Unfortunately, we can fix that up. I like his base. He totally looks like a Fire Slayer, though. I wanted to paint him as something that wasn't a Fire Slayer, and hopefully he'll at least match up with my other Chaos Dwarves that are hiding at the moment. I was looking around for him right here, but I don't see any. He's big, too. But definitely a fancy... This is like the hero model from whatever month Artisan Guild was doing those. I enjoyed it, though. I gotta say, it's been a while since I painted some Artisan Guild models. In addition to that, in terms of printed stuff, we went ahead and did one of the Einherjar from Raging Heroes. And again, unfortunately, it's super glossy at the moment. And I realized now that I didn't put any kind of fancy filigree or emblem on his shield. I'm going to have to go back and rectify that. I really dig this model. This is the boss unit leader. He had to go on a 40mm base because of his pile of skulls that would not fit anywhere else, unfortunately. And he's a big dude. Raging Hero stuff is usually pretty good about scaling with other contemporary, currently made models, but this guy is just massive. It really is. I guess even, standing next to each other, he's still going to be big. Alright, speaking of big guys, because I think that is all of the printed stuff. We didn't really print much this week. Well, I take that back. We printed a bunch. I didn't bother to paint it yet. It's just been one of those weeks where I had a hard time picking up the paintbrush, and I feel like I got a fair amount finished, but I'm sure we've all been through that, where it just feels like such a chore to sit down and, get something finished. But I went ahead and tried to finish up the shield biter from Parabellum for their Conquest line. This is one of the Nords, who are the very Viking-like dudes. He's hard to get a good look at because he's just kind of going everywhere, and that gloss shine is certainly not helping. Again, even our Einherjar is going to dwarf him, and the Conquest stuff is bigger than just about everything out there on the market currently. Speaking of Conquest, we went ahead and finished up two more of the character models for the 100 Kingdoms, which are the basic human faction in the game. And one of them, I must say, I absolutely hate this guy. I hate him so much I had to paint him. I hate his facial hair. I hate his fancy pants armor. He just, this is like the tabletop equivalent of the dude in the Ghostbusters movie who shuts down the Ghostbusters. Just, something about him irks me. At least his partner in crime here looks much more stoic and dignified. can't remember their official... This is like an Imperial Officer, I think? This is just like some fancy schmancy noble. We're not going to give the nobles the time of day. At least this guy here has earned his position. Yeah, that gloss is driving me nuts. It's a cool model, though. I was painting a bunch of Romans at the same time as him, and for whatever reason, he felt very Romanesque. I don't know if it's just the strap things that I can't think of the name of on his lapels there and on his skirt armor. This guy with his fur coat, his gold armor, and that mustache, goddamn. Alright. What else we got here? Bit of a old throwback. I'd finished up a Stonehaven. I want to say he was a Hobgoblin. Maybe he was an Orc, but I painted him up like a Hobgoblin. And unfortunately, that gloss is not doing him much in the way of favors at the moment. It was like a Sword Master or something. Got like his blades he's pulling out there. It's a fun sculpt. I'm going to have to repost all this on Instagram or something, aren't I? But I just want to prove this all got painted this week. It just got sealed tragically with a gloss. Alright. Oh wow, that like did a number on her face. Oh my goodness. That's gonna have to get fixed up. Let's see if I can focus in on the atrocities there. Not exactly. I tried to paint her face. This is, I want to say her name was like Ramona the Tailwind or something like that. I know it's a Legends of Signum sculpt. She's got a bladed peg leg. Very fancy armor. I was thinking she'd make a good greatsword or whatever for Mordheim. Unfortunately, her artwork, she had a crankshaft attached to the blade on her foot, which I thought was a really fun little touch, but it did not translate over or carry over from the artwork into the finished model, unfortunately. Besides all that, I got a random piece of terrain done for Warhammer Underworlds. Yes, it's very poorly painted. It's a big pile of orange crystals. I want to say it's from the Beastgrave terrain set. I think the only other terrain set is the one that was in Shadespire, wasn't it? That was the second one, I think. Whichever one was the more focused on Nagash's stuff. Oh god, I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, I got that done, and I finally just threw in the towel, and I went ahead and called it a day that our Lumineth Elves are done for Dire Chasm. And I'm going to show them to you, and I'm not pleased with them, with or without a gloss varnish. But I figure from a distance, they're going to get the job done. Now, one thing in their defense, I got to say, I really like these bases. The little bonsai trees and the little wheat grass type stuff sticking out. But painting white in various shades, I absolutely do not enjoy. Not in the least. And most of these whites are actually cheating and very super light grays, because I hate painting white. And if I do, it tends to just run together. I did paint all their eyes, though. From a distance, I think they're going to look okay. Heck, maybe I'll even keep them glossy. I mean, they're elves. They should be shiny, right? I tried to keep these all apart in various stages of sub-assembly. I figured that was the only way I was going to be able to paint them, just based on how they're on these bases. It was a chore. My favorite of the bunch, the cow head. But they're done. And to me, that's the most important thing. I can move on. I've got a bunch more warbands. Actually, I started working on the Headcracker Mad Mob Greenskin Savage Orc guys this week. Whether or not they're done next week, I'm not 100% sure. But progress is progress nonetheless. So hopefully this coming week I can grab some more sealer, get these all fixed up, We'll try to post some photos on Instagram if you want to see a little bit closer look. And I'm going to keep on trying to plug away and clear out my backlog because it is absolutely ridiculous at this point. Overall, decent little haul of painted figures, I gotta say. And hopefully this week I'm gonna finally get to sit down and play some Warhammer Underworld. I'll actually get to play a game. What a shock of shocks. I'm looking forward to it. As always, we'll put the links down below if you guys want to take a look at where any of this stuff came from. I always highly encourage you because I'm sure you guys would do a better job painting it than me. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.